Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that amazing introduction. And to all the organizers, invited guests, it is a great pleasure for me to join you all today for this auspicious occasion. In my eyes, you are all winners and receive my hearty congratulations. We got here today at a very interesting time, and I call it interesting time because we're just coming out of COVID. It hasn't finished. We're still hearing about different variants, but it is a time the narrative about the African continent is all about the continent of the future. So I've come here today to say to you that Africa is the continent of now, and you, the youth, are proving this. You, the youth and young at heart, are proving this. Your ingenuity, your passion, your energy combined with this purposeful passion is oozing out in climate action solutions. Africa is indeed the continent of now. So I congratulate 11-11-10 Foundation for putting together these Africa Green Awards, because let's face it, by confidently showcasing what the African youth are doing, we are creating a groundswell of solutions, a groundswell of actions that will inspire confidence in millions of young people across the entire African continent to tell their own stories, to take charge of their own lives, to live as boldly as they drive climatepreneurship spirit across the entire African continent. As this insightful African proverb tells us as we gather here today, a good chief is like a forest where everyone can go there and get something. The question each and every one of us must ask ourselves today as we gather here is, are you dependable? And I ask this because dependability is the hallmark of a real winner. A real winner works to benefit not only himself or herself, but works to benefit others. A real winner does not remain unperturbed when we are in a continent today that have 257 million African citizens going to bed hungry every night as we speak. A real winner cannot sleep peacefully knowing that the continent called Africa loses up to 48 billion US dollars in post-harvest losses each and every year. A real winner cannot go about business as usual while knowing that over 700,000 Africans die each and every year for committing no crime, but just because they don't have alternative. They depend on charcoal for cooking, cannot go about business as usual, knowing fully well that climate change is disproportionately affecting the African continent more dramatically than any other continent in the world. This continent, as we speak today, is warming up twice as fast as the rest of the entire globe, making the escalation of socioeconomic misery that is already at breaking point guaranteed. And despite all this, the variable, the COVID-19 global pandemic has only added to the equation of these stressors. So distinguished ladies and gentlemen, today I come here calling all of you winners. And I call all of you winners at the same time also to make you understand that the ball is placed squarely in your court. To take personal responsibility, to take personal initiative and use your skills and use your talents, your energy, and your creativity, and do all that it takes to devise climate action solutions that respond to these glaring challenges we see. It is in doing so that you will nurture a market for your solutions and make what you do count. As you step out, know that the route ahead will be a long one. Know that the route ahead will not be linear. You will face opposition while expecting support. You will face criticisms while expecting applause and appreciation. But take all these in stride, armed with the following critical attributes that I would like to leave you with today. The first is you must be like a lion. You will need to understand your territory, because some of us today, we talk about Africa. Of course, as African citizens, we are proud of our continent, and we are proud unapologetically, but we need to understand our territory. Just like a lion does, we need to understand and act within it. By territory here, I mean the socio-economic context of our continent. In every climate challenge we see, we must always ask ourselves how this can be solved through an enterprising angle. We must direct our curiosity and read and research potential solutions that can fit this criterion. We must prioritize using our internet bundles to accomplish such a task, not only for entertainment as many do, not only for gossip, as we see sometimes in the continent, overshadowing reality and the solutions we need. And that takes me to the second point. We must espouse the vision of an eagle, which can spot and focus on a target as far as 3 kilometers away. Such outstanding vision, which I call an eye for solutions, will be critical to ensure you package your solutions with a clear target of the community you wish to impact with solutions. Then tailor your solutions to fit the community that you want to serve. That takes me to the third point. We must apply the discipline of an ox. The endurance, the persistence, and the consistency displayed by an ox on a plow is the hallmark of discipline that underpins success in any venture in life. We will need this discipline to drive solutions for the community and unlock market opportunities. And that takes me to the fourth point. We must apply wisdom. The wisdom to cultivate purposeful passion, because passion is the fuel, is that fire that burns in each and every one. It is the fuel that moves ideas into real-life solutions. The wisdom to never quit, because failure is not something we should be afraid of. Winners are failures who never quit. Failure is not a stop sign, but a rerouting sign that you need to change tactics and approaches. We need a wisdom to be readers, knowing that we can never ever know without reading. And if we do not know, we cannot conquer. We must apply wisdom to be selfless and work together, because one of the biggest challenges we face in this continent today, and I cannot sugarcoat this, is that there are no absence of innovations, there are no absence of ideas, but we like to work alone. We like to get an applause alone, and that is actually what is sinking this continent. Despite the fact that we have all the solutions, we are seeing the ingenuity of youth, we are seeing the entrepreneurial spirit, but why is the continent challenges still exacerbated, keep increasing? Because we do not work together. We are afraid that others will overshadow us. We cannot sleep, go to bed with this kind of mentality today. The wisdom to not only focus on money alone is what we must all do. We must know that value and solutions, it does not follow you are converting for it. And we must have the wisdom to ignore the naysayers who say and ridicule us all the time. Instead, focus on perfecting your solutions. As you step out there today, remember that we have 22 players on the pitch who focus on winning a football game. They ignore the jeering, the booing, and the ridicule of spectators. It is these focused players who win medals, not the noisy spectators. Become the winning player, and you have all it takes. Thank you.
Just accept it. They should continue to do what they do. They should inspire others, and of course, keep that advocacy going.
And he said Africa is the continent of now. And I think it's important for us to know that our time has more than come, but we have to be sure that the steps that the continent and countries here on the continent take in the next few years are the steps that will lead to prosperity, safety, and a sustainable environment for billions of Africans.
Yes, indeed. So, ladies and gentlemen, we move on to the next award category for tonight. And I tell you, none of